Hello my friends, Dr. Mandell here. If you're over 60 and your legs feel weak, shaky, or you're getting those sudden painful cramps, especially at night, I want you to listen very closely. Because what most people don't realize is that certain vitamins, yes, even ones you think are helping you, could actually be doing more harm than good. Most people believe that taking more vitamins automatically means better health. It sounds logical, doesn't it? You're aging, you want to feel stronger, so you start adding one more supplement than another. But what if I told you that some of those vitamins you take daily, the same ones advertised as the secret to long life, might be slowly draining your strength, making your legs weaker, and causing those nighttime cramps that leave you gasping in pain? This isn't a myth. This is real, measurable biochemistry. And it's something millions of seniors are silently suffering from right now. When we talk about muscle weakness and cramps, most people think of dehydration or lack of potassium. But the truth is deeper and much more dangerous. It starts inside your cells with a delicate chemical balance that allows your muscles to contract and relax. Calcium moves in, magnesium pushes it out, sodium and potassium exchange across the membrane. This dance happens every second of your life. But when vitamins throw that balance off, the entire system breaks down and the pain begins. Let's start with vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. Doctors recommend it for bone strength, and yes, it's vital for calcium absorption. But here's the shocking part: too much vitamin D without enough magnesium turns your body into a ticking time bomb. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that excess vitamin D pulls more calcium into the blood, but if magnesium is low, that calcium can't be directed into the bones where it belongs. Instead, it lingers in your bloodstream, tightening your muscles, stiffening your arteries, and even triggering painful spasms in your calves and thighs. Every time your leg locks up, that's your body's desperate cry for balance, not more pills. Now let's talk about vitamin E. For years, it's been promoted as the ultimate antioxidant, protecting the heart and slowing aging. But few people know that high-dose vitamin E supplements, especially the synthetic kind found in many multivitamins, can actually thin your blood and interfere with vitamin K, which your muscles need to use oxygen efficiently. A 2011 study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that men taking high-dose vitamin E had a significantly increased risk of weakness and fatigue over time. Why? Because their muscles weren't getting the oxygen they needed to perform. Imagine your leg muscles as engines. They're trying to run, but someone's slowly cutting off the oxygen supply. Then there's vitamin A, a fat-soluble vitamin that your body stores, not flushes out. Too much of it, especially from synthetic supplements, builds up in the liver and disrupts calcium regulation. This causes bone pain, joint stiffness, and muscle weakness, symptoms that mimic arthritis or aging. But it's not age, it's toxicity. A 2010 review from Harvard School of Public Health found that chronic high intake of vitamin A increases fracture risk by up to 100%, especially in older adults. Your body doesn't need massive doses. It needs moderation, and it needs natural sources like sweet potatoes and carrots, where the vitamin is balanced by fiber and phytonutrients. Niacin, vitamin B3, is another trap. Many seniors take it to lower cholesterol, believing they're protecting their hearts. But high-dose niacin causes blood vessels to expand rapidly, a process called vasodilation. That sudden rush can make you feel flushed or dizzy, and over time, it can actually reduce oxygen flow to the muscles. You feel light, headed, weak, or shaky, but you don't know why. What's even more concerning is that niacin interferes with methylation, a process your body uses to repair muscle tissue and DNA. Too much, and your cells start falling behind in repair. It's like asking your muscles to rebuild a house without any nails left in the toolbox. And then there's vitamin C, the most misunderstood supplement of all. We've been told it's harmless, that you can take as much as you want because it's water soluble. But studies from Linus Pauling Institute reveal that over 1,000 mg per day can increase urinary calcium and magnesium loss. That means your muscles lose the very minerals they need to function. Combine that with mild dehydration or diuretic medications, and you've just created the perfect storm for cramping and nerve irritation. The next time you wake up with that stabbing pain in your calf at 2 a.m., it may not be your potassium, it could be your overuse of vitamin C supplements. You see, the problem isn't vitamins themselves, it's imbalance. Our bodies evolved to receive nutrients through food, where they exist in harmony, buffered by enzymes, fiber, and cofactors. But when we isolate one vitamin in a capsule and take it in megadoses, we disrupt millions of years of biological design. You can't outsmart your body's chemistry. You can only work with it. Muscle health depends on electric communication. Your nerves send signals through mineral ions, and your muscles respond. But excess vitamins alter that communication, just like static distorts a radio signal. Your muscles misfire, your legs shake, you feel off balance. And slowly, your confidence erodes, you stop walking long distances, you avoid stairs, you lose mobility. It doesn't happen overnight, but one day, you realize your legs just don't have the same power they used to. And yet, this is reversible. When researchers at the University of North Carolina studied older adults who switched from high-dose synthetic vitamins to balanced, food-based nutrition, they found significant improvements in muscle strength and fewer cramps within 8 weeks. The body is resilient, it can heal when given the right conditions. So if you're listening to this, ask yourself, are you taking vitamins because your body truly needs them, or because you were told they're good for you? Because in medicine, more is not better, balance is. Every time you swallow a supplement, your body adjusts. It changes mineral ratios, enzyme function, even nerve transmission. And if you're not compensating with magnesium, potassium, and hydration, those small adjustments add up to fatigue, stiffness, and weakness that no amount of stretching can fix. That's why the smartest thing you can do for your legs and for your future is not to load up on every vitamin you see on the shelf, but to simplify. Get your nutrients from real foods, leafy greens for magnesium, citrus for moderate vitamin C, fish for vitamin D, and omega-3s. Drink water. Move every day. Let your muscles breathe again. Your body doesn't need hundreds of pills, it needs harmony. When your cells get the right balance, the cramps fade, the heaviness lifts, and your legs start to feel alive again. That's not coincidence, that's biology. And it's proof that even after 60, your body is still listening, still adapting, still capable of restoring the strength you thought was lost forever. Because the truth is, your body isn't broken, it's just out of balance. And once you correct that, your legs will remind you what real vitality feels like again. For decades, we've been told a simple story that more vitamins, more minerals, more supplements mean more health. The shelves are filled with bright bottles promising stronger bones, better memory, endless energy. But here's the truth the supplement industry doesn't like to talk about. Your body isn't a warehouse where you can just keep adding nutrients. It's a living ecosystem, and ecosystems survive on balance, not excess. Every heartbeat, every muscle contraction, every thought depends on a microscopic conversation happening inside your cells between sodium and potassium, between calcium and magnesium, between vitamins and the enzymes that use them. When one voice in that conversation gets too loud, the others fall silent. That's when disease begins. Let's talk about magnesium and calcium, two minerals that work like yin and yang. Calcium contracts your muscles, magnesium relaxes them. Calcium speeds your heartbeat, magnesium slows it back down. When you take too much vitamin D or too much calcium without enough magnesium, the rhythm is lost, muscles tighten and never fully release. You wake up with cramps in the night, wondering what went wrong. The science is clear. Researchers from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that up to 68% of older adults are deficient in magnesium, while more than half are taking calcium supplements. The imbalance is shocking. Your muscles aren't weak because they're old, they're weak because they're locked in a tug of war that never ends. Vitamin B12 and folate tell a similar story. B12 fuels the production of red blood cells, folate completes the process. Take one without the other, and you create defective cells that can't carry oxygen efficiently. The result: fatigue, dizziness, numbness in the feet. A 2019 Harvard study revealed that 1 in 4 adults over 60 have low B12 levels, often masked by high folic acid from fortified foods. On paper, it looks healthy. In reality, it's slow suffocation at the cellular level. Even water can betray you if the balance isn't right. Drink too little and your blood thickens, drink too much without electrolytes, and sodium drops dangerously low, a condition called hyponatremia. Seniors are especially vulnerable because the thirst reflex dulls with age. Doctors at Mayo Clinic report thousands of hospital visits each year from people who simply overhydrated without replacing minerals. The lesson is simple yet life-saving: balance, not quantity. And here's a fact that stuns most people: antioxidants, when taken in megadoses, can actually age you faster. It sounds impossible, but scientists at the Karolinska Institute discovered that excessive antioxidants blunt the body's natural repair process. Your cells rely on small amounts of oxidative stress to trigger healing. When you drown them in synthetic vitamin C or E, they stop repairing DNA, stop building new mitochondria. The very supplements meant to protect you begin to weaken you. It's like turning off the fire alarm because you don't like the noise. The human body evolved in scarcity, not abundance. Our ancestors didn't have pills, they had variety. A handful of nuts one day, berries the next, fish when it was available. Each food provided a mosaic of nutrients that balanced each other naturally. Modern life broke that rhythm. We isolated single vitamins, concentrated them, and swallowed them without the buffers nature intended. It's like trying to play a symphony with only the trumpet section. Loud, one-sided, and eventually destructive. Consider vitamin D again. It can't work properly without vitamin K2, a nutrient that directs calcium into your bones instead of your arteries. In populations where K2 intake is high, like in Japan and parts of the Netherlands, rates of arterial calcification are dramatically lower. Yet in the West, we pour vitamin D into our bodies with no thought of K2, and then wonder why we develop stiffness, joint pain, or hardened vessels. That's not coincidence, it's chemistry out of tune. The liver, your body's detox powerhouse, also pays the price of imbalance. Every supplement you take must be processed there. Flood it with synthetic vitamins and the enzymes become overloaded. Fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K accumulate in tissue, creating silent toxicity. The Centers for Disease Control documented cases where seniors develop muscle weakness, fatigue, and even vision problems simply from over-fortified foods and multivitamins combined. It's not that their bodies failed them. It's that their balance was stolen by excess. True health isn't about pushing the gas pedal harder. It's about using the brakes wisely. Your muscles don't need megadoses, they need equilibrium. A small daily dose of sunlight creates enough vitamin D to partner with magnesium and calcium perfectly. A plate of leafy greens can deliver more functional magnesium than any pill. An orange gives you vitamin C buffered with flavonoids that prevent mineral loss. Real foods come with their own internal safety mechanisms. The body recognizes them, uses what it needs, and discards the rest gently. But supplements bypass that intelligence. They flood the bloodstream faster than your cells can adapt. Excess vitamin C forces your kidneys to excrete magnesium and calcium. Too much zinc lowers copper. Overdoing iron increases oxidative stress and stiffens arteries. Every single nutrient interacts with another, a delicate domino chain where one wrong push can collapse the system. Scientists call this nutrient antagonism. Your body calls it exhaustion. Think of the human body as an orchestra. Vitamins are the instruments, minerals the tempo, hormones the conductor. If one section plays too loudly, the melody turns to noise. Harmony, that's what health really is. When your magnesium hums in rhythm with your calcium, when your vitamin D keeps pace with K2, when antioxidants appear in the right season from real food, that's when strength returns. Your legs feel lighter not because you swallowed more, but because you finally restored balance. Aging doesn't destroy balance, imbalance accelerates aging. And the good news is that balance can be rebuilt. Within weeks of restoring nutrient ratios, studies show measurable gains in muscle power, nerve conduction, and energy metabolism. One University of Texas trial found that older adults who corrected magnesium and potassium deficiencies regained 20% more leg strength in just 2 months. Without changing exercise, balance literally rewired their bodies. So if you're listening to this, ask yourself, what do you really need? Another bottle on the shelf, or a deeper understanding of your body's rhythm. Start small. Replace excess with intention. Eat color, not capsules. Hydrate with purpose, not habit. And remember that your body is not fighting you, it's trying to find equilibrium again. Because balance isn't a supplement you can buy. It's a language your body has been speaking since birth, a quiet dialogue between chemistry and life. When you honor that conversation, every system falls back into sync. Your heart steadies, your muscles stop screaming, your mind clears. That is the power of balance. And it's the secret your body has been whispering all along. You just have to start listening. They told us aging means slowing down. They told us that weak legs, cramps, and stiffness are just part of growing old. But what if the truth is that your body isn't breaking down? It's starving at the cellular level. Not starving for calories, but for real food, for the minerals, water, and natural energy that once powered your youth. And the moment you give your body back that simple nourishment, everything changes. Scientists now know that the strength in your legs isn't just about exercise. It's about cellular hydration. When you eat processed foods, drink too little water, and depend on supplements instead of real nutrition, your cells begin to dry up. A 2022 study in The Lancet showed that chronic, mild dehydration can shrink muscle cells by up to 15%, robbing them of elasticity and power. Think about that. Your muscles aren't just tired, they're literally drying out from the inside. Your body is over 70% water, but your muscles, they're closer to 80%, and yet most people over 60 walk around in a constant state of dehydration without even realizing it. Coffee, tea, medications, and even air conditioning drain water faster than the body can replace it. Every time you feel your leg cramp, that's not just a muscle problem, it's your body screaming for hydration at the deepest cellular level. But water alone isn't enough. Hydration is chemistry, not just liquid. When water enters your body, it must carry minerals, sodium, potassium, magnesium, to move into your cells. Without those minerals, the water just passes through you. You can drink 8 glasses a day and still be dehydrated if your electrolytes are unbalanced. Researchers at the University of Connecticut found that even a 1% drop in hydration reduces muscle performance by up to 10%. That's the difference between walking steadily and struggling to rise from a chair. And here's the shocking truth: the answer isn't in more supplements. It's in the living water that comes from real foods, the hydration that nature designed. When you eat a cucumber, a piece of watermelon, or fresh leafy greens, you're not just taking in water, you're taking in structured water, bound with natural minerals and enzymes that your cells recognize instantly. That's why your body feels refreshed after real food, not pills. Let's talk about magnesium, the mineral that keeps your muscles calm and nerves stable. Spinach, almonds, pumpkin seeds, these aren't just snacks, they're electrical fuel. Magnesium activates over 300 enzymes that power muscle contraction, nerve transmission, and repair. But when your diet lacks these natural sources, your body becomes a closed circuit, all current, no ground. Your muscles spasm, your heart races, your legs ache. A National Institutes of Health report revealed that nearly 70% of older adults fail to meet daily magnesium intake, and most of them rely on supplements that don't absorb properly. Food-based magnesium, however, enters the bloodstream slowly and stays longer, keeping the system balanced. Potassium tells the same story. This single mineral determines how electricity moves through your muscles. Without enough potassium, your muscles lose their rhythm, your legs feel heavy, and your energy disappears. Bananas, avocados, sweet potatoes, these foods restore that spark instantly. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults who consumed potassium-rich diets had 50% fewer muscle cramps compared to those relying on supplements or low-sodium diets. Real food delivers minerals in their natural ratios, something no lab can replicate. And here's something few doctors talk about: your digestive tract isn't just a tube, it's an ecosystem. Every bite of real food feeds the bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, natural compounds that repair muscle tissue and improve hydration at the cellular level. Ultra-processed food kills that microbiome, shutting down your body's natural recovery system. Within weeks of eating whole foods, vegetables, fruits, nuts, fish, research shows muscle inflammation markers can drop by 30%. Your legs literally start healing themselves. Now think about the water you drink. Most people sip plain water throughout the day, but your body needs minerals to hold it. A pinch of sea salt in the morning, a squeeze of lemon, or coconut water after exercise can transform hydration from passive to active. This simple change restores the sodium-potassium pump, the engine of muscle contraction. Every time your heart beats or your legs move, that pump is firing millions of times per second. Without minerals, it sputters. With balance, it thrives. And here's a fact that surprises almost everyone: the temperature of the water you drink affects your circulation. Cold water can constrict blood vessels and slow nutrient absorption, especially in seniors. Room temperature or warm water, on the other hand, improves blood flow and helps your body absorb electrolytes faster. That's why many ancient cultures, from Ayurvedic India to traditional Japan, began their mornings with warm water and salt or lemon. Modern science now confirms what they already knew: hydration is energy in motion. Your legs are the pillars of your independence. Every step, every climb, every walk to the door depends on their strength. But that strength isn't built in the gym. It's built in the kitchen and at the cellular level. When your body gets enough hydration and nutrient density, your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, ignite again. They convert food into energy more efficiently. Scientists from the University of Copenhagen discovered that in older adults, mitochondrial function can improve by up to 40% in just 6 weeks of eating nutrient-rich, whole foods combined with proper hydration. That means stronger legs, faster recovery, and less pain, all without medication. And don't forget the simple power of movement. When you walk, stretch, or even stand, you pump water and nutrients into your muscles. Movement is the delivery system of hydration. The more you move, the more efficiently your cells exchange fluids. A sedentary lifestyle locks that water in your tissues, causing swelling and stiffness. But even 10 minutes of gentle stretching can reactivate circulation and rehydrate muscle fibers that have been dormant for years. So the next time you reach for another supplement or pain pill, remember this: your body doesn't need artificial replacements. It needs real nourishment. It needs the rhythm of water, the electricity of minerals, and the healing of food that's alive. Every cucumber, every berry, every sip of mineral-rich water is a message to your body saying, I still believe in you. You are not broken. You are dehydrated, depleted, and waiting to be restored. And it doesn't take expensive products, it takes awareness. It takes listening to the quiet messages your body sends, the fatigue, the cramps, the thirst, and responding with compassion, not chemicals. Science keeps proving what nature has always known: the human body heals when given what it understands. Real food, real water, real balance. The moment you choose that, your legs will begin to feel lighter, your steps steadier, and your strength, your true, natural strength, will return. Because healing doesn't start in a bottle. It starts in your cells. And your cells are just waiting for you to feed them the way life intended, with food that grew in the sun, water that flows with minerals, and the belief that even at 60, 70, or 80, your body is still capable of rebuilding itself from the inside out. That's the miracle of real food and hydration, not a secret formula, but a return to what's always been within you. Stay healthy, stay strong, and may God bless you always. This is Dr. Mandell, wishing you peace, good health, and healing.